Hola clase, last part of class for today. Remember that when we did the presente perfecto to say something like no he comido, so we would say like no he comido hoy, for example, or no he viajado a Mexico. So you would say, or ella no ha visitado un país in Europa. So you always use the e plus the ado or ido, like if you say like he hablado español. That was what we tested on recently. We've been studying that for a while. But the second part of that sentence is your participio pasado, which is the comido or the, it could be ado, and it could also be something like visto or hecho, depending on if it's irregular. So you have regular past participles, you have irregular. In class, what I told you is that those never change. Like those don't become visto, vista, or vistas. You just have to keep it the same for everyone. Like I have eaten, you have eaten. So that eaten or seen doesn't change for the subject. So we learned that. But these past participles are also used for another purpose. They're used as adjectives. So we're going to learn about that today. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to have nouns, and you want to make sure that your past participle agrees with the noun in number and gender. So that's what I'm going to show you here. And then you're just going to have a little bit of practice to do, and we'll follow up when I come back to school. So for example, for this one, we have mis zapatos están rotos. So if you want to try to think about the translation for that, So the first thing you need to do is go to the front of the class. There should be a stack of papers, and it's called Los Participios Pasados con Sustantivos. Grab one of those, please. That's your note sheet. You can pause this video and just grab that sheet. It's in the front of the room. There should be a stack of papers on the desk in the front. So pause this video and then come back. Okay, so then we'll pick it up here. So if we say for número uno, mis zapatos están rotos, we're using estar because it's temporary. They're not always going to be broken. So we use rotos because zapatos is your plural masculine noun, and rotos, so it's not going to be roto, like we said, like he roto un hueso, I have broken a bone, but we're going to say están rotos. So that should be my shoes are broken. So please just write that down on your sheet. For dos, mi casa está hecha de madera y ladrillos. We're using estar there because it's a description of what the house is made of, even though it's permanent, being of wood. Oh, perdón, I wasn't supposed to give you the answer for that one. So you want to write your translation for that one. Mi casa está hecha de madera y ladrillos. Remember, ladrillos were part of our story that we did with the tres cerditos in El Lobo. So that one should have been my house is made of wood and bricks. So hecha is matching with casa and that normally would be like he hecho mi tarea when you said like I have done my homework. But now we're going to take only hecho and we're going to have it agree with our noun. La fresa fue comida por mi hermano. So try to think about what the translation of that would be. Take a second. And then you want to fill it in. So comida fue comida. Comida is agreeing with fresa, which is a feminine singular noun. So you want to make sure that your participios pasados, if you're using them as adjectives, that they agree in number and gender with the nouns. Las fresas de chocolate fueron compradas en Amazon. So try to think about, actually, I don't know if you know this, but you can buy chocolate-covered strawberries on Amazon. I found out recently. I didn't buy them, and a lot of students said, "Que asco," when they heard that. But yeah, apparently you can. You can buy anything. You can buy a cake on Amazon too. So try to think about the translation for that. we're talking about fresas de chocolate. That's why it's compradas, because it's feminine and plural. Okay. So for the rest of these, try your best right now in class. You can work together. They don't have to be perfect. Try to think. Let's just go down to cubrir. So cubrir is on the board. It's a toe. So it would be cubierto, but you might have to change it depending on the noun. So, and then also you've talked about this before because you know that papas fritas are French fries, right? So for freír, it's also an ito verb, ito past participle. So that's frito. So you want to make sure that it agrees with your noun. And the rest should be pretty simple. Check the board if you need to, but try to do right now number 5 all the way to the bottom. You don't have to do the second page. It's just 5 through 13 in your group. You can work in your group. And then when I come back, we'll go over the answers to this and I'll tell you a little bit more. And then we'll go into the second part of the notes. Ok, gracias estudiantes. Gracias por la paciencia. Que tengas buen día. Las quiero mucho.